This is Charter Local Edition. I'm Brad Pomerance. We are joined by Scott Svonkin. He is the president of the Los Angeles Community College District. And sir, I want to speak with you about the recently passed budget. We know that Governor Brown's a huge fan of K-12.
Right.
Higher ed, of course, you know, it's just a little harder to get as much money for higher ed.
Right.
How about community colleges, though?
So the governor has deep roots, not
He
only
does.
in community college, but in the LA Community College District, and he's been good to us.
But let's say what those deep roots are.
So he began his career as a community college board member like myself.
Did you figure out if you're holding his seat?
He's actually held the seat of Mike Ing.
Okay, it's all
so
good.
Mike Ing is the one who has a future to be governor.
Okay,
I
fair enough.
actually am going to stay where I am.
Nothing wrong with that. So how has community college fared in terms of funding with this upcoming fiscal year?
So it looks like, depending on what the legislature does, that we will have tens of millions, up to $50 million in additional funding that will allow us to restore classes. Our priorities have been to keep a balanced budget and to restore classes.
Right.
We
Have
lost
you?
thousands. Yes, we've begun doing it. During my presidency, we have managed to restore many of the classes. This new funding should allow us to get back to almost pre-recession levels.
Really?
Yeah.
So where do you go from here? How do you keep the system strong, alive, and thriving when now it looks like we're at pre-recession levels, although arguably we should be beyond pre-recession levels since the recession started 8 years ago?
Yeah. Well, I think the challenge for us is with all this new money, we have to help our students get through the system.
Right.
One of the challenges is that many of the community college students come to us underprepared or unprepared, and so we have to figure out how do we help them succeed? How do we get them to that career that they want, or how do we get them to a four-year university? And I'm hoping that this infusion of dollars, of public funds, will allow us not only to restore all the classes we lost and make it easier for them to get through in 2 years, which generally takes 3 or more, but we'll be able to help them with the wraparound services, counseling, tutoring, the things that help students understand how to succeed in each and every class.
I want to talk about an exciting development at LACCD, and that is the district was selected to launch one of the 15 baccalaureate programs, BA programs. West LA College is going to be launching a dental hygiene BA. I know Vice President Biden came a few months ago, and you saw Vice President Biden.
He did. I got to spend over an hour chatting with him about how community college students can go from our campuses to good careers, like in the dental hygiene program. There is a shortage of dental hygienists, and there's no other place in Los Angeles where they can go, where they'll be able to go so affordably to get a BA.
$10,000 for 4 years.
It's going to be the best deal in education and the best opportunity for a good career.
Do you know if the program will launch in the fall?
We've already been able to launch it because, remember, it's 2 years becoming 4 years. So we'll be able to accept students, and those students we accept will ultimately be in the program. The ones that are currently there may be some lag time whether they can get in the program.
I see. So I understand that you're going to take this program back to Vice President Biden again. You're going to go to D.C.?
So I'm going to join 40 students from that program and faculty, and we're going to visit the White House. We're going to meet with members of Congress. It's an exciting thing. When Vice President Biden met these students, he was so impressed, as I am every day.
And you know, his wife is a big booster of the
she's a community college instructor.
Right. So
Dr. Jill Biden.
So it all comes around.
It is, and it's an incredible opportunity for America to understand how important community colleges are. America's college promise that President Obama put forward, Joe Biden has championed, and so has Jill Biden. And I was one of the leaders in LACCD. We were the first district in California to support the America's College Promise.
His name is Scott Svonkin, president of the LACCD. I'm Brad Pomerance. It's Charter Local Edition.